Hi friends, today I get to see your very first actual writing entry in your writing journal or notebook or whatever you're using, and I'm so excited. Today we are talking about the topic of what can I write about? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever tried to write a story and sometimes you can't come up with a good topic and you're just sitting there and your teacher comes by and you're still trying to figure it out and she tries to help you? That happens a lot. So we are going to, for our very first entry in our journals today, we're going to make a list of all of the things we can write about. And I always like to tell my students that when I make an idea list, sometimes I want to write words, and sometimes I just want to draw pictures that are going to remind me of things I might want to write about later. So I want to show you a chart first. I have a chart here that says writing topics. And we've got a little girl here, and she's thinking about all kinds of things that she can write about. And over here she has animals and events and places and people. So when you think about animals, you might think about, do I have any pets? Have I ever been anywhere where I've seen some animals? Maybe you don't have any. Right now, I don't have any pets, but I used to have a dog and I used to have a fish. So those might be things that I want to write about. That could be something I write down today. When we talk about events, events are things we have done. Maybe you have gone on a trip or been to a birthday party, or you've played games with your friends or your family, or you've watched a movie. Those are all events, things that have happened. Places, you can think about places you've gone. Maybe you've gone somewhere on vacation. Maybe you just went to the grocery store with your mom. Maybe you got to go to the park. There's all kinds of places that you could have gone. Those are great ideas to write about. And also people. You could write about people. Maybe you want to write about your mom or your dad or your grandma or your brother or your sister or your friends or whoever you can think of. All of these people are important. So let me show you what you're going to do in your notebook today, because today you're not turning in a video on Seesaw. Today you're turning in a picture of your writing, just like we're going to do almost every single day. So in my notebook, I'm going to turn to the very next clean page. I don't want to skip pages. I always want to just go, like I have writing on this page, I'm going to go to the very first clean page in my notebook. If you're using a brand new notebook, you get to use the very first page. And at the top, I always put the date. Always put the date. Because when we put our date on a paper in writing, we can see where we started. And then if we start writing and we get all the way over here, and maybe this page is in September or October, we can look at how much better our work got. So we always put the date at the top of our paper for Writer's Workshop. So for today, the date looks like 8-27-2020. It looks like this, and you're going to need it at the top of your paper. 8-27-2020. This is your date. This means August 27th, 2020. And every day we're going to write something like that at the top of the paper. So once you have your date, you're going to draw a big T in the middle of your paper. And then it will look like this. And this is a space for you to draw or write 4 things that you want to write about at some point. You're not going to write about them right now. We are just coming up with topics today. So when I look back on my chart over here, I look and I see events, okay? And one of the events I really think of that I really love doing, I really like taking a trip to the beach. And it's really special. And I didn't get to go this summer because of all the quarantine that we're in, which is okay, but I really missed it. So that's something I might want to write about. So in one of my boxes, I'm going to draw the beach. And it doesn't have to be fancy, but I'm going to draw the beach. And here's my little chair, the ocean, and it would be so nice. Now, something that sometimes happens when I draw a picture instead of writing is I forget what this picture was or what I wanted to write about. So on here, I'm gonna write beach, just the one word, because I wanna make sure that if I come back to check this page for some ideas, I remember what that is. Now the other option, if you don't wanna draw, is to write. So let me look back at my chart. I could have another event, maybe like I love going to the movies. That could be something I write about. But I also might talk about a place that I've been, which the beach could also be a place too. I could talk about people, like maybe my friends, or I can talk about animals. I'm gonna give you one more idea. I really liked my idea about the movies because I love going to the movies. But maybe I don't want to draw the movies right now. Maybe I want to save that for when I do that writing. So for this box, I'm going to say going to the movies. And I might write some other things that I'm thinking of that I might draw my picture if I were going to draw one. So going to the movies, that's one thing. But when I go to the movies, I like the comfy chairs. I like popcorn. And I could probably write some other things, like I also like getting candy at the snacks and all kinds of things. These are some more ideas that go with this. And if I was writing a story, I'd probably use all of these things together. This is a way to put words. This is a way to draw pictures with a label. Today, you are going to get out your notebook and you are going to fill in 4 boxes with ideas of things that you might want to write about. Remember, you can use animals, events, places, people. You guys might even be able to think of something else, and I can't wait to see what it is. Then, today is your very first time to try. We're going to see how this works. On Seesaw, you're going to take a picture of your work and turn it in. Here's the deal. When you take a picture of your work, if you're holding it up to a computer, like I'm talking to a computer right now, if you're holding it up that way, you're going to have to hold it very still, and you're going to have to make sure that I can see the whole thing. There's my date, and I can see all 4 boxes. Then if I was holding it here, then I can take the picture. And I want to make sure that when I take this picture that Miss LaFan can read all of your words, so I make sure that I know what you wrote. If you are holding your paper like this and you're trying to take a picture and you're going like this, it can get blurry. If you're having trouble getting a picture that's easy to read, ask your parents to help you. Say, Miss LaFan needs a picture of this. Can you help me? And make sure you have your date on it and make sure I can see all 4 things, and then you will be done. I can't wait to see what you want to write about.